Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to show you how to install a Magwell for your VP9. Before we get started, I like to ask everybody to please subscribe and tell a friend about the channel. Every subscriber helps the channel grow. Now let's get on with the video. So the things you're going to need to perform this is a roll of duct tape or an armor's block. I'm choosing to use the roll of tape because most people have this in their homes. The other thing you're going to need is an armor's hammer, a 1/8 punch. So as you can see, this 1/8 punch is pretty shallow right here. So in case we can't get the pin far enough out, we'll use the 3mm punch to nudge it the rest of the way out. If you need to buy like an armor's hammer or these punches, I'll have those linked in the description of the video. Same thing with the Tyrant CNC Magwell. I'll have that linked in the description as well. So the one thing we want to make sure is that we're on a sturdy table, so this way we can knock out this roll pin easier. And then before we get started, we have to make sure that we're safe. And how we do that, the VP9s come in two different versions. So there's one with the mag release button, and then there's the mag release paddle. So this one is the paddle version. If you have the button, you're going to push that in to drop the mag. If you have the one that I have, like the paddle, you're just going to push the paddle down like that, and then your magazine drops out. And we're going to set this aside. We're still not safe. We have to check the chamber to make sure that there's no ammo in there. We're going to flip this over. We're going to push forward with this hand. While with this hand, we're going to grab the slide from here or here and pull this way. And then you can see that there's no ammo inside the chamber. So we are now safe. Okay, so now that we know we're completely safe, the other thing I want to mention is that I'm not going to push this pin out completely. I'm going to probably push the pin out to about right here so we can install the Magwell, and then it'll make it easier for us to push that pin back to the left. So I'll show you what I mean. We're going to place the VP9 onto the roll of tape. Same thing with if you're going to use a armor's block, you're just place the VP9 onto the armor's block like this, making sure that the pin right here is hanging off the edge of either roll of tape or armor's block. And then we're going to put the punch onto the pin just like this. I'm going to show you what it looks like. It's going to be like that. You want to make sure that the punch isn't on an angle like this or up or down. You want to make sure it's straight. And the reason why you want to make sure it's straight is so this way when you're pushing the pin out, you're not accidentally like hammering into the grip in any other position. So we want to be as straight as possible. So that's straight like that. So next we're going to take our hammer and we're going to tap the back of the punch. And we're going to keep tapping it until we start feeling the punch pushing the pin outward. And how I normally tap everything out is I do 2 light strikes and 1 hard strike. Okay, so I'll show you what I mean. So we're going to make sure we're straight. So as you can see, the punch is through and we got the pin on this side of the grip, which is perfect. So now we don't have to fully remove this pin. All we have to do is now back this punch out, which I'm twisting, as you can see, like that, pull that out, and now we can do the install. So since this flares out, what we're gonna have to do is install this part first, and that part gets put into this area, and it's gonna go underneath around here. And then this part right here, where my thumb is, that's gonna get installed into this area of the grip. So it's going to go in just like this, and then we're going to turn it over so you can see. This part right here gets pushed up into this area. Like I showed you before, we're going to push this up just like that, and now we're in. Before we push this pin back in, we just want to make sure that everything is still in the correct position. We want to make sure that this rear back strap is still pushed all the way up. So I push it up as far as I can go, and then on the Magwell, I push the rear up as far as it can go. So now that everything is pushed up as far as it can go, we can now take this pin and we can push that pin back where it was before. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take the armor's hammer and I'm going to take the nylon side because that's really soft and it's not going to mar up this brand new Magwell that we just installed or your grip. We're going to take this side and we're going to tap this pin as far as we can go. Once we get this further in, then we can take our punch and push the pin in the rest of the way. So I'll show you how that goes. So we're going to place the grip just like this. I'm going to take my fingers over here. I'm going to hold this in place so this way it doesn't move any. And then we're going to take, like I said, the armor's hammer with the nylon side, and we're going to tap in this pin. Okay, so now that the pin is further in, if I was to keep using the armor's hammer, we're just going to start tapping the Magwell, and that's not going to help us get this pin in further. So now we're going to have to start using our punch to push it in the rest of the way. And so what we're going to do is we're going to take the punch and we're going to place it over the pin, and we want to make sure that you're on the pin fully like this. You also want to make sure you're not on any type of angle, because then that's easier for the punch to slip off and start marring the grip or your brand new Magwell. Place the pistol onto the painter's tape. We're going to take the punch and we're going to place it over the pin just like that. And then instead of using the nylon side, we're going to use the brass side. So we do the same thing. We do 2 taps and a hard strike. So here you go. Set this aside. Now let's take a look. As you can see, the pin is where we need it. And there you go. You have your Magwell installed. It's not going anywhere. Looks great. And then let's see. Here is a stock 20 round mag, and it works well with that too. There you go, guys. That's how you install your Magwell for your VP9. So like I said before, I'll have the armorer's hammer and the punch set all linked in the description of this video. I'll also link the Tyrant CNC Magwell, and you know what? I'll even link the 3-round mag extension in the description of this video. So this way, anything that was in the video today, there'll be a link in the description so you can find it. If you have any questions at all, please feel free to reach out through the comments below. If you found the video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Also, if you're in the market for CCW insurance, check out Right to Bear. Link is in the description below. Use coupon code UBR10 to get 10% off your entire order. If you haven't already, please subscribe and tell a friend about the channel. It really helps the channel grow faster. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.